howlers.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Fade to Obsidian, your Red Rising podcast about spaceships, relationships, and fan art and cosplay.
Everything.
Sometimes we talk about books.
Sometimes.
As always, I'm Crescent, joined by Skipper.
Hello.
And very special art guest today. We have PB Doodles, aka Charity, aka Peebs, aka all of this art. So much.
Look at all the art. Look at
every art ever.
Welcome.
Thank you. I am. Thank you for having
joining
me.
us.
Thanks. Yeah,
Excited.
We're so excited to have you. Opening questions that we ask everybody. Number one, how did you find Red Rising? Number two, so your howler name is Charity. Why? And number three, what are you drinking? And you can do those in any order.
Okay, we'll get the drink out of
Okay.
the way first. I'm drinking this like watered down pineapple spritzer from Trader Joe's in an old Starbucks cup. I got yesterday, so yeah.
Respect the hustle.
I like it.
And my howler name is Charity. I remember. Okay, so it's been a hot minute since I've been in Discord on really any social media platform, and it was given to me by the council in the Howler's Den for all of the charity work that PB Doodles did. And then, who's please? And I have my goblin right here. Sorry. Speaking of animals and charity and stuff like that. And then I found Red Rising through a really good friend of mine. This was back in 2019. She had been pestering me for forever to read it. She's like, come on, you just have to read it. You just have to try it. Like, I'm like, I'll get to it. Everyone's TBR is always like miles long. And so one day we were at she was staying with her parents, and instead of paying rent, she was just doing like house projects. And she's like, I have to paint the entire basement. I was like, well, I'll help you. And she's like, okay. And she's like, do you want to listen to Red Rising? And I was just like, okay.
Trapped.
I mean,
that is
we're
fucking
trapped.
top level guerrilla marketing.
I know. So she puts on, we have like 8 hours ahead of us, and she puts on this book, and I am so enthralled in this audible. Like I don't remember really painting, but I remember listening to this book and like, oh my gosh, I haven't ever heard anything or read in quotation marks, anything quite like this before. And so the weird thing is like I didn't immediately go home and like get the book. I waited a couple weeks, and I was like, remember when we were painting your parents' house? Like, what was that? Like, and so she told me, and that's when I really like just voraciously ate through the audiobooks. Yeah, so that was my introduction. Shout out to Rebecca. None of this would have happened had she not pestered me and then trapped me in a basement.
We
Double
love
lector style.
Rebecca.
Yes.
We love Rebecca.
That is
so much.
howler energy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
So
fantastic.
yep, that's the beginning.
I love that. All right. Well,
Yeah.
Crescent, what are you drinking?
For the moment, I have a Coors grape slushy seltzer.
Nice.
What about
For the
you?
moment. I
have this whole fridge. I gotta use it.
I know you do. In my ongoing that I keep forgetting to buy alcohol, I'm slowly going through all the other alcohol in my house that I haven't touched for years. So tonight is a peach wine that my brother once showed up with all these bottles of peach and mango wine, and it was terrible. So they've sat there, but I put it into a spritzer, and it's actually decent. So it's like a peach wine spritzer that I'm going with.
So you're getting through your
Sounds really
TBD.
Pardon? I'm going, what?
You're getting through your TBD.
Oh, your to be
drank.
My to be drank.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, because my liquor cabinet is full, but not with anything that I actually want to drink. So I'm like, let me clear this before Christmas hits, and I can restock with good things.
No, that's when you just give it to people for Christmas.
I should.
100%.
Re-gift back to my brother all this peach and mango wine that he brought back. And he brought it.
Would he remember?
That'd be hilarious.
he what the winery is, he's the one who lives like across from that winery, that I think he would
Mm.
go, hey, I'm the only one that buys this wine. I know, have it
I
back.
think it's a power move. I
Maybe
think you
there's
should
a
do it.
reason.
Stop bringing it to family events and leaving it here. Anyway, so there we go. Yeah, we're so excited to have you on and just chat all the things. We were saying before we were recording that we're just tangent style, so whatever flows, flows. But I was curious on what your journey to becoming an artist was. Is this something you've been doing a long time or new to?
Man, that's a really great question. So I've always done art in some capacity. It was never anything that I wanted to do for a living. I,
Okay.
it never really crossed my mind to do it for a living. I was raised with the whole like, art is a starving artist, or like the starving artist, that career.
Yeah.
And I went to a college prep school, so like art wasn't really even on the table. Like it wasn't even like you don't even think about it. And so I loved my art classes through high school. I didn't take any in college. And then I kind of went through like a huge dry spell where I didn't do any art for many, many years. And then after reading Red Rising, like I used to do portraits in high school. That was like my thing. And I'm like, man, I am so rusty, but I want to draw again. And then like I was reading this book and it's like just so, it was just coming such, like there's such life in the book. I was like, I want to draw these characters. And like, well, heck, like I could just practice. So, the whole PB Doodles thing was actually like an experiment. It wasn't like I'm just going to go out and draw pictures. It was a practice. And it kind of grew into like a business. Yeah, it went
Yeah.
really well. Way, way, way better than I could have possibly ever dreamt of. And so, yeah, art's always just kind of been a thing that I've done. But it's not something that I think I'd ever like want to do for a living. Having done it kind of for a living for, the year and a half, 2 years, I was just selling prints and doing a lot of the charity work. You learn pretty quickly that art as a job is about 10% making art and 90% printing, packing, shipping, customer service.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's just me doing all of that. And so there were weeks where like, if I had like a big date, I mean, it's a 2 to 3 week process every single day, 8 to 10 hours a day, because I know I've talked about it before, like in blogs and stuff, but like my printer is an asshole. Like it's
Classic printers.
absolute, God, it smells fear, I swear. And so, time it was fighting with this stupid, stupid fucking printer, and I just, yeah. So it was one of those things where it was just like, it was eye opening. So
Yeah.
that's it. Our first tangent of like, it's not something I'd ever say, like, yeah, unless you really love that whole aspect of like the business portion of art, go for it. Otherwise, keep it a passion. And I think that's kind of where I've ended up doing both sides. But yeah, no, art's always just kind of been a thing. Like my grandpa was a draftsman. My dad did machinery type stuff. I, my earliest memories are just drawing. What else are you going to do? There was no internet when I was a kid. That's how old I am.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so good.
Yeah.
Do you have a way of describing your art? Or like, and it doesn't just have to be Red Rising, but like, what's your art style?
Well, right now, I would say it's definitely more experimental. I love drawing with traditional media. I love traditional. I've tried doing digital. For some reason, it just breaks my brain. So I would say traditional experimental if I had to. You guys know that I've taken a huge break from social media, but just because I haven't been on social media doesn't mean I have in some form. So I've been doing a lot of ballpoint pen work. I've been painting with a lot of brewed coffee. I've been working on the animal series for animal rescues. I got into needle felting of all. So I'm staring at a decapitated donkey right now. You want to see it?
Yes.
Fucking absolutely.
I'm gonna show it. Yeah.
Do not threaten me with a good time.
I'm not turning that down.
Look at him.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
You did that. Wow,
And
that's
then-
big. That feels big.
Yeah,
for-
Yeah, holy
it
shit.
has demanded many blood sacrifices.
Wow.
And I recently got into miniatures painting, which has been super fun.
Oh
That's
shit.
cool.
Yeah, there's a Warhammer store in the town I live in, and my
That's
sister was like,
dangerous.
"I need book accurate Dilophosaurus for your nephew. Apparently, they don't sell them." So I walked into this Warhammer store and I was like, "Please help me. I don't know anything." With this like figure of this dinosaur that had to be repainted. Those are the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. He's like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna prime it for you. You can sit down over here. We're gonna give you a little Space Marine. You can paint Space Marine. You can play with the paints and bring your dinosaur in. Let's paint." I was like painting while the games were going on, and I was like, "These are my
That's
people."
amazing.
I'll be doing a lot more of that
That's
when I'm done
fucking amazing.
traveling. But yeah,
I
no,
love
it's
that.
it's just been all over the place and just kind of figuring out what I like to do. We'll say growing up, I always wanted to get more into special effects, playing with that. Like I said, being off of social media for a while has really allowed me, I feel like, a little bit more breathing room to experiment. And I guess like fail, not in the public eye, like
Yeah.
myself just to be bad at something for a while before I'm like, look at the thing.
Yeah. Are you a perfectionist?
Yeah, that's the absolute worst kind of. It's actually I was in therapy for my perfectionism for a really long time.
Yeah.
I'm a recovering perfectionist for sure.
Okay.
Got a serious oldest child syndrome.
Yep.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely fair. I love that. No,
It's a
your
very
work.
long-winded answer. Sorry.
No, that's great. That's what we're here for. It gives us more to talk about. Um, your work in Red Rising, as seen behind Crescent, and then what I'll do is I'll as well flash some onto the screen in like while I edit this, so that people can actually see what's behind Crescent. But how did you start doing like? When did you decide to start doing Red Rising? Do you have a like? What was the first character? What was that journey?
Man, I think the first character actually was Adrian.
Ooh.
Adrian, not Adrian.
Yeah, the jackal.
The jackal. Like
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, I
Interesting.
just remember reading the first book, being like, "That's I just want to draw him." And I don't know if I ever posted the first piece I ever did of him. And that was, gosh, I think again, this is back in 2019. This was before the pandemic. And like I just got hooked on it. I was having so much fun. It was the thing. Like my rampant adult ADHD have moments of severe hyperfocus. Like super fun for me. Like I sink my teeth into it.
Yeah.
And so that was the first one I did. And then what was the question? Was the
Just kind of what's like your evolution of the Red Rising, getting into doing all
okay.
of those.
Yeah, and then I just for funsies, this was when Instagram, in my opinion, was still fun. I just posted it, and like it got a lot of attention. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's other people out there who love this book. And so I just started drawing for like this group of like, I think at the time was like 60 to 100 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
like, I loved it. It was so much fun. It was really small. So I just started like, drawing various versions of these characters with pencil. I think I started out with pen and then I went to pencil and then I really just started experimenting and towards like before I took a really long break, it was really heavy graphite pencil. And I started experimenting with other mediums that I never posted right before I took my break. Graphite pencil is phenomenal for really fine detail work, but towards the end I was really struggling because it doesn't have the depth of lights and shadows that I like. So when drawing like the Grimace family with darker skin tones, it doesn't translate very well.
Right.
Because graphite's really shiny. It's very hard to capture basically anyone who has darker skin. So I started playing with charcoal. I never posted any of the charcoal ones that I was working on, and I love working with charcoal. It's just super messy. But that was fun. And that's kind of where it is now. haven't really drawn any characters like lately. But that's been the evolution of it. And I think it really kind of took off when I did the card deck.
Yeah.
I work really well with a deadline and structure.
Okay.
Which doing these is just like for funsies. There's no deadline and zero structure. And so before I know it, a month has passed, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't checked my Instagram.
Yep.
But the structure that I had for the card deck was some of the most fun I've had working on a project. It was really collaborative. I really enjoyed working with Randy Butterfield, who did the card designs. It was a really good experience. There's a part of me that really wants to do it again, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Kristen, I have a question for you because so I was a Twitter howler. I did not interact with the fandom on Instagram or Reddit or any of these until the Howler's Den in 2023. I was a Twitter howler, so I missed out on a lot. But Crescent, you are PB Doodles, Peebs' #1 fan. When did you discover Peebs?
Probably right around when you started posting anything.
I was gonna say, I think it's probably been that
long. Yeah, like as soon as I finished Dark Age, I was like really looking for people to talk to or just to experience more, right? And so I found Howler Pod, and then I started seeing your posts on Instagram, and so I evidently started buying prints. And interestingly, I have only ever bought just the little baby mini prints because I was like, I'm gonna have them all. I can't build a wall big enough.
Yeah,
it's always such a weird
it was probably
experience.
like, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna say it's always such a weird experience for me to see my work in someone else's like space. Like it's never not weird for me, and it's very honoring. So thank you.
And he has it like
Absolutely.
on display usually in the main part of his house. Just so
it's
like everyone's
not since I renovated because I came down here.
Have your own space,
everything is down here now, and I just haven't figured out a good place for it, and frankly still haven't. But we'll get there. But I did find Adrius.
Yes.
Is that's the original one, or is that a redo?
That's actually a redo of one of the very first.
I was gonna say I don't think
I've
ever seen any
version.
other one, but yeah.
It's
the whole set is incredible. But
the whole set was so much fun to do.
What do you expect?
Yeah, that's great.
It was fun because during that project we were getting Randy and I were getting real-time feedback from Pierce, which was a lot of fun to collaborate. I tend to work better when I'm collaborating with people, again, because I have that structure and routine. I think that's another reason why I've been so quiet on social media. I mean, there's tons of reasons I've been quiet on social media, but the lack of routine and structure has been a huge one for me.
Yep.
And that's the other thing too, like going back to your first question of art and art as a career. It is extremely difficult to do art as a career if you are not super business minded and that driven beyond the art.
Yeah.
So for me, I have always been self-employed. I've always had my own business, but I have found that art was probably the most difficult business I've ever ran, for sure, because you're taking something you love so much, and then over time, it becomes less about the art and more about the numbers. There's a whole bunch of other pressures there that aren't there when it's your hobby.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Talking about collaboration, yes, I don't know how I'm segueing. Anyway, how much research do you put into doing it? So obviously Pierce is guiding you, but he hasn't always been. So how much research into each of your characters do you do?
Very little.
Okay.
If I'm looking for a specific passage, for the longest time, I didn't have the text at all. So I had audiobooks, and so I would text my friends with either Kindle version and be like, I'm looking for this specific passage. Can you find it for me? And then they'd be like, yeah, sure. And then they just screenshot it, send it to me. And then that would be probably like as much research from the book that I would do. And then I have this Pinterest board with thousands upon thousands of faces. I love collecting people's faces, which out of context is super creepy.
Slightly.
But I love
You said it, not
people
us.
watching. It's fine. It's totally cool. The people who know me know that I'm not creepy. I hope. Actually, no. My friends would. Never mind. Cut that.
It's fine. It's fine.
So I have like this.
No cuts here.
Pinterest board. Oh, well, in that case, no, I will not be taking any questions at this time. We'll just let that one roll right over.
It's fine. It's fine. As long as your FBI agent knows what the reason behind it is, it's fine.
My FBI agent's very
Yeah, you know what,
all
Carl,
the time.
mind your business.
I have a friend who's writing a book, and this book requires some serious research. I'm like, her FBI agent is on like a steady dose of Tums and
Oh no.
prayer.
Oh no.
But yeah, no, so it's just this board's thousands and thousands and thousands of faces. And sometimes I'll be looking at someone's face and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that cheekbone belongs to this character. Or this
Wow.
eyebrow tilt belongs to this character. And it's a very intuitive process, which is what I love so much about it. It's like putting a puzzle together and trying to like form that mental picture and put it on paper. It's very fun for me. And I think that's why I've always just kind of like gone back to portraits. And I really love the challenge of portraits as well. Because if you talk to a lot of people are like, oh, portraits are the hardest thing to draw. And I think they are, but I also think they're the easiest if you give yourself some leeway for some creative freedom.
Yeah.
When you're trying to draw like a specific person and it has to look like that real human, that's when things can get really difficult. But when you're drawing someone out of your head, it's a very fun, intuitive process. So I try to keep the research to a minimum because I don't like to get into my head too much when I'm doing these. There was a point back in 2019, I remember thinking like, whatever comes out onto the paper is what's supposed to be on the paper. And so I kind of just let it go, just let it flow. I don't tend to overwork it. And I noticed towards the end, before I took my break, I stopped letting that rule happen and I was getting too much in my head. I need to take a step back because I'm not delivering what I want on paper anymore. So yeah, it's very intuitive, very
awesome.
slow research.
No, that's great. But at the same time, like
vibes-based art.
Vibes. It's all vibes.
Love it.
But you do get some of the compliments of being kind of the most accurate, and especially when it comes to taking skin color into account, that I think not everyone does. So like you say it's vibes based, but also like kudos to you that your vibes are so on point for certain things.
Well, Pierce
you're obviously paying attention.
Yeah. Say it's Pierce. He does a really good job describing his character. So he makes like my job as a character artist really easy. I mean, there's certain books out there where I'm like, it doesn't matter how many times I read this book, I still have a hard time visualizing the character. And I think some authors do that on purpose, keep the characters like as ambiguous as possible, which that's fine. But love reading so much because my brain just explodes with ideas. So the more descriptive, the better.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what out of everything, maybe also in context of Red Rising, what is your very favorite thing to draw? Is it portraits?
Portraits and animals. I used to draw creatures all the time. I don't ever post any of my creatures, like ever, because they're really horrifying. But I honestly, the more intuitive it is, the more fun it is. This is something that I'm going to enjoy. But I tend to draw more animals when given the choice.
Okay.
I think that's just, I grew up as like the crazy horse girl that didn't have a horse. All my stuff is animals.
Yeah.
And aliens. Or alien horses. I have a lot of those.
That's cool. You could get into like the creatures of Red Rising. We just did a whole series ranking all the creatures of Red Rising.
It's true.
There's some crazy ones out there. Like I would love to see
what got number
interpretation. 1? Oh, I can find it. Hold on. Can I find
you'll have to send it to me. That could be a fun challenge. Instead of like the Drawtober, it'll be not very creative with names.
Yeah. Okay, the top ones. So we did the series with Yogi, who is an actual zookeeper by trade. And so he sat there,
Oh, fun.
and it was whether or not we could have them as pets was actually what it was. So the top ones are like dog, rat, cat, raven. But like, I would love to know what a monkey cat is, right? Like, is that more monkey than cat? Like, I feel like you could do a good job of figuring that
Actually
one
sounds
out.
like so much fun to draw.
Right? I'm trying to
What is
find
it?
all the
Okay,
weird ones.
We have a
What is
whole
Yogi's
ass list of
government
all
name?
of the
I
creatures.
know, but it's not in our pinned
Yeah.
messages. Where did they all go?
Uh,
Oh yeah, the
we're
sea
gonna
creature.
edit this out. We're not gonna
Yeah.
we're not gonna put him on blast. But it's Dan reads it all on Instagram.
I love Dan.
Dan
I talk to Dan
something.
all the time. I actually had
Yeah.
lunch with Dan when I was in San Diego, and he is a crack up. Yeah, we talk a lot.
He's fucking hilarious.
He's great.
he's fantastic. Yeah, he was one of like the original people on my Instagram. I have made so many friends through Red Rising, and I think that's the joy of Red Rising. Like, this isn't a universal law, but it's a law that I think happens. You find Red Rising, or Red Rising finds you when you are in like your lowest mental point you've ever been in. And then you read these books, and then you're like introduced to this community, and you like it for some reason, like the book just cradles you through that mental time. I don't know. That's what it did for me.
Almost
And that too.
Trauma bonding.
There was a lot of trauma bonding going on. But I have a friend group that I met through Red Rising, and I've talked to these people every single day since 2020. I haven't met them in person. Someday, the goal is to go see Project Hail Mary together as like our 6-year anniversary of,
Cute. Yeah.
But where I was going with that, other than like I've known these people since before the world went to shit more aggressively than usual.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fair.
We talk about the fandom all the time and how much. I mean, we wouldn't be here without the Howlers, Dan, and everyone there.
Absolutely.
But then, like, I always talk about my Twitter Howlers, that, like, Jabs, who's now known in the Howlers Den. But there's also, I'm not going to put them on blast because they never got Howler names, and they, like, refuse to come in, and I still talk to them. I'm like, come into the den, and they're like, Discord's scary. But, like, absolutely, since
Feel
Golden
that.
Sun. Yeah. Golden Sun is when I started on Twitter, and then kind of really sucked my, like, I don't know, talons in during Morning Star because Pierce was coming to Toronto, and I was, like, tweeting constantly that I was going to meet Pierce. And so then all these people from the United States, like, I'm Canadian, but the United States was coming forward being like, oh my God, like, let's talk. And now I've met almost all of them. Jabs and I have gone to Europe together. The fact that she hasn't killed me is like test of times, and like it's great. But yeah, like our fandom, I think, is just whoever these books speak to is such a phenomenal group of people that we then end up, I think, finding our own found family, because that's what's happening in the books, that we just want our own Howlers, and it's just so good. It's just amazing.
It is so good. Yeah. No, I would say 80% of my, I guess recent, if you count recent within the last 6 years, have been through Red Rising fandom of some kind.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Which is, yeah. Love it.
It's just so great. We did find the list.
Okay.
Zebra core. I would love for your interpretation of whatever a zebra core is. Like, there's just Grizzly. Did we even figure out what
The Grizzly is what eats Cassius's mask off, like his filler injection off of his face.
I think
at the end of Iron Gold.
Incredible job of that one.
Yeah, we like literally have like a whole ass list of every like weird creature name that comes up in the books, because I listened again and I found them all.
Send it to me and I'll text Dan or Yogi, and then we'll make a bestiary.
Yes.
Fuck
please.
yes, this is all I've ever wanted.
This is yes. We
He
did.
didn't tell me he was doing a podcast. He usually does.
He did
But we just
all
mostly.
He did
Yeah, he
6
did 6 episodes with us.
With every
Now
book
he's
we
done
went through.
What, 8 or
He
more?
is
I'm going to text him right
8
now.
at least.
Put him on blast. He's our
I'm doing it.
Yeah, he's our most attended guest. I don't know, other than Salem. Obviously, Salem.
He's our
tops
most
everybody.
frequent guest, except for Salem.
That's
Yeah.
the word.
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic resource for any animal question.
I love him. He's so great. Yeah,
He is
yeah,
fantastic.
He is.
You should definitely, the two of you, get together and work on a bestiary. I would die.
Yeah.
It's all I've ever
Well,
wanted in my life.
I called him out now, so we'll
It's
see what he
happening.
says.
It's happening.
Maybe we can reach out to Lit Escalates and push them your
That would
way.
be fun.
Right?
That would be fun.
Listen,
We've
that.
wanted it for so long. If you guys
Okay.
want to do it.
listen, they figured out they're doing the special edition of Joe Abercrombie, so they've clearly figured out how to print books. You've worked with them before. We moderate all their stuff. We'll collaborate on all of this and get it
Okay.
done.
Yeah.
That's a good plan. I mean, I have Joel's number. I don't text people very often. Actually,
For this
I'm extremely introverted.
That's
Except for so like my government name and my government job requires me to be extroverted. So like in my spare time, I'm quite shy.
That's fair. Reclaim all that energy.
You used up all your energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. By the time I'm home, I'm like at 2% battery.
I like that. Well, walk us through. I'm wearing the shirt, but walk us through the Lit Escalates collaboration. How did that come around?
Oh, gosh. Okay. Since our deck was such like a massive success in a way that none of the three of us could have ever predicted, we were not predicting. I think when we sat down to do the card deck, do you want the history of the card deck first? Because I can go
Fucking
way
hit us.
back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do
let's
it.
with that. Yeah, let's go there.
It was out in the mountains hiking with my boomer at the time. And I got a text message or an Instagram message from a guy named Randy, and I honestly thought he was spamming. It's just like, and he's like, "Hey, I do these card decks. I really love your work. I think we should collaborate." It was just like, okay. And I don't remember if I had Joel's number at the time or if I just had like a direct line to him. And I don't remember. This is so long ago. My brain has since flushed the information. I'm running off of Windows 95 lately, guys. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
At least you're not on floppy disks.
There's some days, I swear. And so, yeah, I looked at Randy's page and I was like, well, no, he actually does make cards. And so he messaged me back immediately after. I was like, yeah, I'm interested. So I was like, okay, he's probably not a scam. I reached out to Joel. I was like, hey, what do you think? And he was like, yeah, like this was when Lit Escalates was like in its infancy and Joel was looking for different products to sell because, I mean, you guys know at the time, there's very little Red Rising merch at the time. And he was like, yeah, sure, let's just try it. And so Randy's on top of things. He is phenomenal to work with. I have nothing but good things to say about him. He is so easy to work with. We sat down, we had everything planned out, everything was good. You know, like I said, we had a meeting. We're like expecting maybe $20,000 in sales. We were like, that would be like the best case. So of course we got like 120,000 or some crazy number like that. And it blew the socks off of everyone. We're not prepared for it. It was crazy. As you can imagine, like the amount of shipping pallets that showed up at Randy's house was insane. And he did a phenomenal job getting all that taken care of. But after that happened, I think it was like a go ahead for Joel to be like, okay, there's interest here.
Yeah.
And so we decided, I'm trying to get my timeline straight. I actually think Joel had reached out to me to do the first t-shirt design before Randy, which was the two wolves.
Yeah.
And that's how I had Joel's contact information. And that think that sold well. I actually don't know the numbers behind that one. Then the card deck happened, and then Joel was like, okay, let's start looking at, reaching out to artists and doing merch drops. And so that's how the Pegasus shirt showed up. I was talking to Joel one day, and I love drawing horses.
Yeah.
The horse girl was like, hey,
Of course.
Joel, I would really love to do the Pegasus Legion. Just a design. And he was like, yeah, sure, go for it. And this was still much when Lit Escalates was in its infancy, and it was kind of like a just kind of make shit and shit will happen type of attitude. And so that's kind of how the collaborations came about. Very informal, very experimental. How I like to run my life, I guess.
I love it.
It was very low key. Everything was very low key. I don't actually know how Lit
Outspace.
Escalates runs now. I haven't collabed in a very long time. Again, I'm sure things have changed, but yeah, it was all very low key. Joel was very kind when he reached out. The times I worked with Joel, he's always been very kind. He's always been very honest in his business dealings. Yeah, everything's been a very good experience. No complaints.
Yeah.
I don't know if that really answers the question. I feel like I'm just yapping.
No, that was
That's
great.
all we're looking for.
Absolutely. No, we love.
Please continue to just yap.
Full transparency is, obviously we've moderated the Hazard Bedlams for the last 2 years, and then as of yesterday of us recording, we became the Patreon moderators. So people, if you're in the Patreon, will see us moderating.
You guys are so busy.
Well, yeah, but Lit Escalates exploded, and especially with the Book of Lorne, and the Patreon, like.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like, I don't know, every day we're getting 10 to 12. We get the notifications that are like, these people signed up. These people signed up. And we're like, oh my God. Like, it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was just Carl for the longest time. So they reached out and they're like, we just need people to like watch the chat.
Yeah.
Like, we can
We're drowning.
absolutely, yeah. And especially today so we're recording this on the Friday that they did the drop. And like, yeah, I went on my lunch break specifically to watch the Patreon drop. And I was like, what's about to happen? But yeah, we love them so much. But yeah, full disclosure, because they don't pay us, but we obviously are collaborating with them in some regard. But we would only do that because they're the sweetest people ever.
Yeah,
they're just
very
so
easy
lovely
to work with.
Truly.
Yeah.
3 raccoons in a trench coat.
Yes.
For sure. I really, the one thing that I love since day one, this was in Lit Escalates. It's like not even infancy, like we're talking conception. I remember messaging Joel being like, hey man, like I feel really weird about drawing all of these portraits and then people are wanting to buy them. It feels a little bit like copyright infringement. And I really I wanted to talk to you about it. And I feel really weird about it. And from day one, Pierce and Joel have been so supportive of their artists. You don't see that kind of support.
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking about like big IPs like Disney, who goes after creators and stuff like that. Yeah. So, shout out to Joel and Pierce. And I think Joel being an artist really helps because he like gets it. Yeah. But it's always been such a very like incredible experience with how supportive they are of their fan base and their artists. Like it's never been.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I feel like
Joel there right alongside Pierce has helped that a lot. Yeah, absolutely. They're so incredible.
Yeah, I feel like Pierce is just like, he's so jazzed to just see his ideas that only exist inside of his head now all of a sudden exist outside of his head.
Yeah. It's been a fun process, all of it. Yeah. All of it's been fun. Oh, look who just texted me. Let's see what Dan has to say. Yogi, sorry.
It's a good thing we're streaming.
I love that he's immediately like, we need to sit down. We need to like
he's on it.
Get a deep understanding.
He's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He would be the perfect person to work on a bestiary with.
Yeah.
Gangs
Yeah, we
we'd like-
definitely chatted about that during his episodes. Like,
Yeah. I love it.
Okay.
I love it so much.
He sounds like he's down.
Yeah. The one thing I was going to
Sick.
bring up, and this is, I mean, total offshoot. But so you talked about using like the traditional, a pen and like pencil and paper, but how did the can you walk me through gold foiling? Because that is
sure.
incredible to me that you have that, and it confuses me at the same time.
There's a part of my heart that is a little corvid, and so I really, really love shiny things. And I remember looking at an artist, Von Art was one of the first artists I've ever seen use gold leaf or gold in any aspect way, I guess. And I was just like, holy shit, that's so beautiful. It's so shiny and it's just beautiful. And I was like, well, it would work perfect for Gold Society. Like, who doesn't want shiny shit on their pictures? I will tell you, gold leafing is an absolute pain in the ass. Like, it is the worst thing on the planet. It took me 2.5 years to work out a system that did not make me want to, like, how vulgar can I be? This.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I hit the button that says we're 18 plus. I hit that button every week.
There is like, it was 2.5 years of experimenting. So I did not want to brush my teeth with shotgun every time I sat down. Like, such is, I cannot explain to you how much of a pain in the ass. It's the gold leafing and working with my printer was enough to make me just want a toaster bath. With that said, it is, I love the results. So when you're working with like a graphite already smears, which is a pain in the ass. So you have to be very careful. It's just like charcoal. So you have to like seal that first, and then you have to, while you're drawing, plan out exactly where you want the gold because you have very like small margins of error. And then you have to use this liquid adhesive. I think it's latex based. I don't remember. And you have to get the consistency just right. For the longest time, especially when I was my first run of the Darrow prints back in 2020, I was like painting that liquid on. The problem is it dries really quickly and it gets gummy.
Oh.
So it took weeks to do those prints I did of the first run of Darrow. Eventually I figured out how to like, it looks like a pastry tube basically. But you have to get the consistency just right because if you don't, it'll shit everywhere and explode on everything. I can't tell you how many prints I've had to throw away. If you miss a little bit and you put a print on top of it, the prints will stick together. So you're dealing with like this toddler of an art medium. And then you have to let it dry. And then you have to put like the leaf on it. And the leaf is a pain in the ass because it's like working with like Satan's tissue paper. And it just, don't you guys just love this process?
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yes.
You keep doing it. You
And I
keep
yeah, exactly. So it kind of depends like on the gold leaf. If you're using 24 karat gold leaf, which is so fucking expensive, like I can't even begin to explain to you how expensive 24 karat gold is. There's only there's two people who have prints that have 24 karat gold. Pierce is one of them. He has like one of the only 24 karat gold ones I did. I think it was just Pierce. To sell a 24 karat gold piece would be completely unobtainable, and that's worse than Satan's tissue paper. That it's impossible to work with, which is why you get a mix of an alloy. It's a little bit tougher, but by tougher I mean like you're still split. You have to lay it just right, and you have to make sure it covers everything, and then you have to be carefully go in with this tiny little paintbrush and just kind of scoot the edges away. And if you do it wrong, the edges come up jagged. Then it's worthless. Once that's done and you haven't fucked it up completely, can you guys hear my dog crying in the back? This is like perfect background noise because this is what I would sound like doing it.
We're going.
Once that's set dry, now you have to seal it. Because if you don't seal it, the lifespan, the alloy can sometimes tarnish because it's a mixed metal alloy.
Okay.
And I refuse to sell anyone like print that is going to just decay on them.
Yep.
So after you do that, you have to get a polyurethane sealant and you have to water it down and get it the right consistency, and then you have to paint that on. You have to let it dry.
Oh my god.
And that is the process of gold leafing, and it takes fucking forever. And I literally, so when I say like when I would do a shop run, like again, 80 to 90% of it was just the printing, packing, and shipping because it took so long.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I want to still offer some embellished prints for people who can't, afford the gold leaf prints because, it is a labor intensive process. So I would do the 18 karat gold paint, which is better because you don't have to seal it. The problem with the 18 karat gold paint is I found there's all of the brands flake except for one brand. And then the pens would die pretty much like every 20 prints. So you're buying a new gold leaf pen every 20 prints.
Wow.
Pain. And the fumes are really intense. And I remember like I would have to I would be sitting like this. Like, I don't know if the people can appreciate this angle of the neck, but like I pinched a nerve at the base of my skull, and I was like, not like my vision like was like double vision for a while.
Oh my god.
So like when I tell people like all these prints are made, like they're made with blood, sweat, tears, and so much love. But that's why
So
like
sorry.
no, but here's the thing, like I made the choice to do that because like I want the prints to be enjoyed the way that I made them in their original form. Like I want people to have the shininess.
Absolutely.
But anyone who's ever worked with gold leaf knows just
It's
so funny.
We were talking with Lit Escalates 2 nights ago, talking about the red leafed like Red Rising cover, and I have mine. It's upstairs, and it's still in its tube because I haven't taken it to get framed yet. And they were talking about blowing red leaf out of their noses for weeks. Like,
depending on the red leaf,
champions.
some of it has worked with red leaf before. I don't know if he used the metal red leaf. There's also plastic red leaf, and for some reason, that plastic red leaf is some of the absolute egregiously awful material I've ever used as an artist. And I found it ground into my carpet. I could not get it out when we moved.
Oh no.
So like it's one of those things where like I honestly would rather deal with 18 karat gold leaf than red leaf. So kudos to Lit Escalates. They signed up for a week of hell.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
The behind the scenes with the leaf is rough.
When I asked the question, I had no idea that was good. I thought you were gonna just be like, yeah, like here. I had no idea it was that much.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we were sitting there right alongside you.
No one's ever asked me, and so this is very exciting because I can be like, oh, okay, well, buckle up, buckaroos, because I'm gonna just explain exactly how it goes. Yeah. It's rough.
Walk us through this therapy session of.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. Each print, like I'm not joking when I say each print is handled by me. It's handled for a long time. Some of those prints were sent with swear words. Sorry, guys.
No, you're great.
That's very Howler energy. Like, let's be real.
So, Crescent, behind you, how many gold foil do you have that, all this blood, sweat, and tears are?
I don't have any that are gold foiled.
Oh, okay.
All of mine are only gold marker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you only did gold foil on the bigger ones, didn't you? You didn't do any of the mini gold prints, right?
I did some minis. So before I took my break, the prints that I hadn't done big. Let's see here. Let me find my wording. I had the prints that I ran as limited edition large sizes. And then I did one charity run where I shrunk them, and that was the in-person event for you guys with your Howler stuff.
Tide. Yeah. Crescent, you had those
the only time.
I lied. I do have at least one then.
You were showing those off last week.
Yeah, those are the only ones that were ever made for those specific prints. And then I decided that I wasn't going to be doing any big prints anymore because big prints are an absolute pain in the ass to ship.
Yeah.
And so I just decided, like, going further, the unreleased prints would be gold leaf, but they'd be smaller.
So that
Hey,
So,
yes.
I don't. Yeah, I can't tell specifically if it's gold leaf or not, but
Yeah, that's gold leaf.
if you say it is, then it is.
You better
I will
treasure
never
that.
question
Say,
it.
Treasure that always, Crescent. Put that one.
oh, wait,
on
no,
your
that's
wall.
gold
I
leaf.
treasure
because
all
I
of them
remember.
always.
I know.
I also
that
have
was-
Ephraim from that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that
Ephraim
one
was one of my favorites. I love drawing Ephraim. You lose
for
outside
anybody who has
privileges,
not seen
Goose.
it.
Yeah, try to do what's good there.
So good.
That one. Goose.
That's incredible. Yeah, I had totally forgot that we did at Laurel Tide. There was a few people sent. I know Miles Bensky had stuff as well. Arctic had candles. There's a few different things, and yeah, you had your prints there, which was super fun for us to buy in person.
Yeah,
It was so awesome for
I
you guys.
transported
to,
mine back to Canada.
I love that. I'm also thinking you did the drawing. We got you. Pegasus Legion of the Howler's Den commissioned
Mustang.
you to do.
Yeah.
Salem
Yeah.
as the Sovereign, and I think you did at least gold pen for that one, didn't you? I don't think it was gold leaf.
Gold leaf did.
Oh, you did gold
Yeah,
leaf.
it was gold leaf.
Amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Salem.
For
you
all the
better
original-
really
Yeah, it
know
was
this.
turned out so goddamn good.
It was so good.
Thank you. That one was hard because again, like talking about drawing like actual real people in real life, and I don't remember who sent me the pictures of her, but I was like, send me everything you got. I think it might have been you, Skipper, who sent me all the pictures.
No, probably Crescent, because I think Crescent was the one.
Yeah,
who
I think it was
contacted
probably
you.
me.
Was Crescent? That's right. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a challenge again because you're like, okay, everyone knows what this person looks like.
No, you did
Bring your A game.
incredible.
Yeah, you
Absolutely
absolutely
incredible.
knocked it out of the park on that
Yeah.
one.
Thank you. It was fun. It was the stakes were much higher though.
You made it. You did it. Yeah, that was so good.
Thank you.
And God, she absolutely shit herself when we gave it when she got it.
Yeah.
That's why I agreed to do it. When I know it's like, I don't take on very many commissions. Like it's very rare. It's very clear you guys all love each other. And so it was super fun to be a part of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
an honor.
Her birthday present, the first year of the Den, when all of Pegasus Legion, we used to give each other birthday presents, and then we hit the second year of the Den, and we went, no, not again. We're done.
God, it's kind of like a marriage. Like,
yeah, it's fine.
Like, we know we love each other. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think Crescent's birthday party was a hungover dinner in Tulsa, and we just went, we'll pay
That
for
is correct.
your meal.
That was
We all
the low draft gala.
Yeah, we're like, Crescent, this is
I was gonna
your
say-
We made shirts.
Yep,
That's super Howler energy, speaking of. No, I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
it was great. It was great.
It was great.
All right, fun question that we've been asking all of our cosplayer and artists. Is there a question? I mean, apparently it was the gold leaf question, but is there a question that you would wish somebody would ask you?
Man. Good question.
This is your time to just rant about anything in the world. Go totally off topic about otters or something.
Do that. I totally do that, but I won't.
Can you think of a question or not? You don't have to. We can also, I was just mentioning that we haven't talked about your charity work at all. We could go that way.
Let's
as
talk
well.
about that
First?
first. Yeah, let's
Okay.
do let's
What do you
just
think?
do that. And if I can't think of anything by then everyone has been spared my opinions.
Yeah, because so for people who don't know, you obviously have your Red Rising and like PB Doodles and all of that. But what is your other half? Is how I'll word it.
Yeah, so PB Doodles really like PB Doodles and then Wild Brood like together exist as a fundraising platform.
Mm-hmm.
I'd always intended it to be that way. A long background in conservation and stuff like that, and it just kind of felt like a natural progression of the art. And I always was kind of raised with this idea of like we're each given really specific gifts to use on this planet, and for me, I always knew that my art was that gift. And so when I saw an opportunity, when people started asking, like, you guys sell this? I was like, okay, this is fantastic because now I can start to raise money for causes that mean a lot to me. And so I think it grew organically, but it grew really quickly. And this is where I was just like, the Howler group is unlike any other fandom I've ever been a part of, because the dream to raise money for conservation and animal rescues and humanitarian causes would not be possible without the Howlers. Like it doesn't exist. So it felt like a very collaborative project to do with a bunch of people who started out as strangers and then became really good friends. So it felt more like the art was there, which was great, but I felt like the causes that people rallied behind were something bigger. And so it really, for the days when I was really struggling to like maintain motivation, knowing that, there was a greater purpose for all of it really helped. And it really went hand in hand with like, I think how Pierce like envisioned the Howlers to be. Like they're a bunch of chaos goblins, but they're chaos goblins for good.
Yeah.
And we all do like much greater things when we work together. And so it was kind of just felt like a natural extension of that. And I think I tallied it the other day. I think it was close to, over the last 4 or 5 years, it was a little over $20,000, I think, all told.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was either 17 or 20. It was in that. I'll have to look it up. Don't quote me on like those exact numbers.
Yeah.
But when you really look at like, if you take out supplies, I'm not a nonprofit, so I have to pay taxes on like 35% out of everything. So when you take away supplies, you take away taxes, you take away all of that stuff, it's a lot of money for charity and conservation, and I feel really good about that.
Yeah, and you should.
You should.
Absolutely.
Well, like I said, but again, it's a, to me, it feels like a gift from the house.
Yeah,
really is what it feels like. And the dream was there, but the execution would not have happened if there was no interest. And so I feel really indebted to the Howler fandom, which I think played another role of like why I needed to take a break from the art. I really felt like I was losing that intuitive creativity and then being authentic, and the Instagram algorithm was doing some really weird things. And I felt like I was more performing for the algorithm than I was for the people. Like if I'm going to show up authentically, then I need to take a step back. But the charities that Howler supported, like kelp reforestation, coral restoration, there was Mercy Ships, there was the Bird Center that was like a whole year-long campaign, was the Bird Center, which Yogi played a huge role in. He's the best.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Wolf Conservation Funds. There's the Land Trust of the Treasure Valley. I mean, the list is endless. It's crazy. I have to running list, like I said, just to keep track of things. But it was incredible, and I would love to do it again. I absolutely would. I'm actually talking to a friend of mine I met through Red Rising. Like, I miss the charity aspect of it. I would 100% go back. But where I'm at in life right now, I need to find a little more balance between work and then like unfortunately have to pay my bills, and so it's like I need to figure out a way to properly balance printing, packing, shipping, art with having a life out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's incredible.
There you go.
Holy shit! Yeah,
So fucking rad.
yeah.
It's the Howlers.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Like it would not have happened if there was no interest in. So it's not. It's again. It comes back down to collaboration.
Yeah.
Collaborating with the Howlers, collaborating with Lit Escalates. These people. It was 100% a team effort. I'm just really thankful to be a part of it and watch it grow into what it grew into, which was huge. There was so much good that was done.
Yeah.
Eternally grateful. Thank you guys.
No, this fandom is incredible, but also you for choosing to do that and like guiding, I guess, the fandom in that manner. So kudos to you for putting in all of that blood, sweat, and tears and making such a huge difference, truly living for more, if we're going to use the bring it back to Red Rising at the
Wow.
moment. Wow.
Really doing it. Yeah, just
Where
getting
did I
there,
pull
hey?
that? Yeah. But no, that is absolutely amazing. Of the Howlers, but of you as well. Like, you should also take
Absolutely.
all the kudos for that. So great
Well, thank you.
work.
It was fun. It's been fun.
Yeah. Wow. That's incredible. All right. You got a question for us to ask you?
Yeah. Now back to the difficult stuff.
Difficult stuff. I don't know. I feel like I've become like. Did you guys ever? Did you read the book The Every?
No.
There's a term in there. A trog is someone who doesn't use technology, and I feel like
Okay.
I've just become such a trog in the last like 2 years that I honestly like. I have so many bad opinions about like technology and AI and social media, but I feel like I've just waxed lyrical on them. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
like do it again.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
But I do recommend everyone read The Every. All of my friends who I've had read The Every have had an existential.
All right.
I
We'll put it
highly
in
How
the
recommend
many
show
can you
everyone
notes.
have
possibly
one.
have? How many
You need at
crises
least
of existence can you possibly have in 1 week?
one every 6 months.
Daily.
Okay,
Oh, I
whenever
was
we
gonna go daily. We're on different slopes here.
Honestly, like I guess I don't know. I don't. There's a question that no one's ever asked, but
Is there
everyone needs
something
to
that
take.
you would want to talk about that we have not talked about?
I don't know. I really
That's
don't.
all good. No one else has taken
That's
us
fair.
up on that
It's
one. Everyone else has
yeah,
gone,
we
I don't
apparently
know.
we're fucking amazing. We're
We're
great interviewers.
We're
Yeah,
unprofessional, but apparently we're great journalists.
Also
we get
undefeated.
all of the... Yes. That's really what that question
ask-
is us going, have we
I want
screwed
to ask
up
you
yet?
guys though.
Yeah.
No screwing up. You guys haven't screwed up at all. I'm just curious. What else are you guys reading right now? Like, what's on
Okay.
your?
Me first. Hold on. I am audiobooking, and it's an advanced reader copy that I've got off NetGalley. So I don't know. Go to NetGalley or wait for it to come out. I need to figure out the author. It is called The Bookshop Below, and it is about not just like one magical bookshop, but that there is all of these different bookshops that have like paradox books, and there is a magical river that is run by Lady Fate herself, that every book that you need is there. Like, you lose the family recipe book and you can go to a bookstore and they'll try and find it for you. But the main character, we don't know her background. She just was raised in one of these magical bookstores, and at some point in her life decided to start stealing all of these books and is now trying to correct all of the wrongs. It is amazing. It's called, The Bookshop Below by Georgia Summers. That is, like, I'm obsessed with it right now. So that's what I'm listening to.
Love it.
Right.
How about you, Crescent? What are you reading right now?
I am like just started The Fury of the Gods by John Gwynne.
Yep.
Yogi's been trying to get me to read that for months now. Is it good?
I'm like literally one chapter in.
Okay, fair enough.
So no, but that's not its fault. It's a me thing. I also, before I actually go any further in that book, I need to read The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Because I've been promising Estrella that I would read it for a hot ass minute, and I haven't. Which is maybe not a good boyfriend thing, but we're gonna correct it.
You gotta read it before the movie comes out, at least. That's your deadline.
Never even heard of it, if that makes you feel better. I don't know what. I have not heard of it.
I'm not a romance reader, so that's
Not either.
So the history of it, if you're wondering, is it is actually Kylo Ren and Rey fan fiction, but they took it out of that world and put it so that it's not Star Wars.
It's an academic.
It's an
Just
academic.
feels like Twilight the second.
Yeah, they work in a lab, like a science lab together. So that's why it's the love
Yeah.
hypothesis. But yeah, that is what it's.
Just read it
I-
just for funsies.
People love it though. People
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
I also need to start Isles of the Emberdark. That's, first of all, holy shit, what a beautiful book. Half of the pages are black on white, and half of the pages are white on black. Holy fuck. That's the new the Brandon Sanderson secret project.
Oh.
Wait a minute, I remember that. Okay.
I backed like his original like secret projects thing. So like I have an Oathbringer
Cute.
bottle opener.
Nice.
I have a Nightblood letter opener.
I love it.
But I also have all of the special editions, and I got that one from the new secret project thing.
We didn't
It's
back
so
the secret
nice.
project ones, but we did back the special edition leather bounds, and we finally got our Rhythm of Oh gosh, they're beautiful books. I'm like, this is the only time I will like spend a ton of money on something. I'm actually quite frugal, like really frugal to the point of like not extreme minimalist, but I'm a pretty minimal person. But I don't care. Books, I will spend so much money on books.
Yeah.
The prettier, the better.
Problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What are you reading right now?
Okay, so I just finished the first book of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I was laughing so hard
Fuck yeah.
I was laughing so hard I was crying on the drive down here. My friend was like, I had 7 people tell me I needed to read it. I was like, okay, fine. And I just started the second book. And I've been laughing the entire time. The other book that I just finished, book 6 of the Sigma Force series, Don't Laugh. I absolutely love adventure books. This one is like a like special forces trained scientists who are like saving the world. It's a lot like Michael Crichton mixed with Dan Brown. Really love that series. Love it so much. I'm physically reading that book right now. And that's kind of what I've got going right now.
Nice.
The Dungeon Crawler Carl series though is absolutely
Yeah,
are you doing that on audiobook?
We're gonna become a Dungeon Crawler Carl podcast. We're gonna leave Red Rising for Dungeon Crawler Carl is our decision.
It's
Skipper did not like the audiobook.
I couldn't stand
what?
the audiobook.
Is
I had
amazing.
to physical. I wanted to punch him in the face so badly.
He sounds like Kronk.
So
exactly.
Fair. It's 100%.
Could not. So I had to physically, but I loved it doing it physically.
It's so good.
Yeah.
His voices for Princess Donut, it just kills me. Like his comedic timing and his skill as a voice actor, to me was like perfect. Also, I was driving, so like I had to.
Yeah. I would like to say his comedic timing holds up at well over 1 time speed. It's at least 1.5. I think it was 2 times.
Oh my god, of course you did. What's the maximum you've listened to, Crescent? Like 3.5. That is it at the time I forced you through Dark Age?
that was when I was like, no. It was, oh fuck, we're recording tonight on the Creatures of Morningstar, and I needed to mine the content for Creatures, and I was like, well shit, I have an entire book to listen to. Guess I better get to it.
If it makes me feel any better, I'm recording an episode where we're ranking the books in our like favorite to least favorite. And like I'm so set in my ways, and I was supposed to reread all of the books and I didn't. I'm like, no, I know what I'm about.
Yep.
No, I won't even 3 times speed it.
I just now normal speed for me for Red Rising, the whole saga is minimum 2 times.
Yeah.
But I'm literally 30 times through this book.
He's probably quoted like scripture words. Now.
He can.
Pierce
has said he's going to hire Crescent for continuity. Because Crescent
for Red
knows the books more than Pierce does.
Okay, but like for real, that would be so rad.
Right? Oh my god.
I'm like actively hoping on it.
We have it on
We've
recording
been in contact
twice. Yeah. We have it on
Yeah.
recording twice from Pierce.
He has deferred to me to answer questions on live stream.
Yeah. That's where
You better get a special thank you in the like epilogue or like preface of Red God then.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he just like makes a somebody named Crescent and kills them horribly, I'm all for it.
Take it.
I love it. That's amazing.
I love it so much. All right. Well, I think this has been
This
incredible.
has been fucking fantastic.
But I think
Thank you guys.
have made it to the end. I know you said you're not much on Instagram, but where can people find you and check out your art? Whether or not you're selling at the moment.
It's all archived on Instagram. You can. I won't be taking any PB Doodles art down anytime soon.
Amazing.
So that Instagram will always exist as an archive. Like I said, I'm not making any promises to anyone I've talked to about doing creatures, or more portraits. But I'm just saying, the bestiary sounds like a really fun project.
We're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're gonna
there's
get it
that,
done.
and yeah, I don't know. I don't know when I'm ready to fully come out of hiding. I've posted a little bit on my Patreon. I post there about once a month, just to kind of like check in. I think there's a link in my Instagram for that. I'm currently not actively selling any of my prints right now. Again, I may or may not. It kind of just depends on if a really good charity opportunity opens up. That's the biggest thing. If there's a reason for me to open up, you got to get the final word in.
Yeah.
Why? So yeah, you can find me, or you can find the stuff on Instagram. The best way, if someone needs to reach out and get a hold of me, is you can still message me on Instagram. I check my Instagram about once a month just to check in on messages. You can absolutely message me on Etsy, even though the store is on vacation. I still check the messages there. Or, I feel like everyone has my phone number now. Probably just ask someone for my phone number and text me, I guess.
Let's not dox you. That doesn't sound.
We will at least check with you before we give anybody your phone number. How's that?
That would be great. Thank you.
It's so funny.
But yeah.
All right. Well, incredible. Thank you so much for coming on. This has been
this
so
has been
much
fucking
fun.
amazing.
You are
Thank
welcome
you
back
so much.
whenever, especially when the bestiary area is done. We'll
Yeah,
bring back
absolutely.
you and Yogi.
I'm really excited because that's like. So yeah. Let me know if you can get a hold of Lit Escalates for that. If not, that can just be a passion project between me and Yogi. But yeah, he just sent me a long text message, so I should probably attend to that.
I love it. I love it so much. Well, thank you for coming on, and thank you everybody for watching and listening. We greatly appreciate you as well for coming on these journeys with us. It's always so much fun. We wouldn't be doing it without the fandom.
It's always an experience.
It's always an experience. I love it so much.
It's true. We what would be the point?
Yeah.
You guys are why we do it.
Exactly.
It's true.
So thank you. Everybody have a good night. And enjoy TGR explaining the Book of Lorne for the millionth time. Bye.
Book 2 coming out now.
Book 2. Yeah. Get your ash can.
Lo, howlers. Red Rising isn't ending with Red God. Wipe away your tears and welcome to the Book of Lorne. Episode 1. Honor in the First. The statue of the Gold Woman is thick and uncharacteristically short for her color. Her armor is utilitarian, unadorned except for the image of a griffin depicted head-on. Below her, a metal plaque has been affixed. It reads, Honor in the First. Am I really so naive that I thought I could just knock on this door and ask him to instruct me? And here I thought the morning to be free of storms. The voice rumbles from behind me. I go still. I turn to see the most famous warrior alive. Years and war have left this man like a spit of land pummeled by the waves of the sea, until all that remains is proud cliffs, violent scarps, and impish breaker sprays of mischief and danger in his eyes. He nods to the plague. These words first belonged to my mother, Nephele au Arcus, who lived every single day of her life governed by a code of honor, except for the day that she died. My dearest Lorne, this is the last you will hear from your father and I for some time. If the night goes well, we will come for you when it is safe. If not, then I am sorry, for the future of House Arcos will fall to you. I regret that it has come to this, that we must place ourselves in the service of a criminal, but our house cannot survive under your father's debts. We have no choices left. Son, what we do tonight, we do for you, to give you a chance at a life of honor, purpose, duty. I love you, my son, and if this is indeed our last goodbye, then I would bid thee to memorize the lesson I so badly forgot today. Under pain of consequence, honor in the first, honor in the last. The Book of Lorne, available now on shitescalates.com.